Bienvenidos
Valle de Guadalupe.
Today, we're back in the Valle de Guadalupe, Mexico's premier wine region, where we visit two of the most unique wineries, Monte Xanic and Vena Cava. Let's go check it out. From the San Diego downtown, it takes roughly 2 hours to get to the Valle de Guadalupe, and be sure to save some time to stop off and take in the Baja views. On this trip, we decided to stop off in nearby coastal town Ensenada to enjoy some delicious Mexican cuisine. Going to Ensenada! We are in Ensenada and we are getting our bibs for the 5K. Woo! Rest in peace, Anthony. Our first stop is Sabina, a favorite of the late Anthony Bourdain. And since we visit on Dia de los Muertos weekend, there's an altar just for him. This is pozole marisco and ceviche and a little snack for later. This is a restaurant Anthony Bourdain recommended. Mike, how is the ceviche?
Amazing.
Now it's time to try one of the local drinks, and it's not cerveza or mezcal. So we're in Ensenada, and we stopped off at this chocolate shop called Mayan Chocolate Empire. I got cacao tea, and I got corn tea. Time to try it. Kind of tastes like hot chocolate. This right here is the fresh cacao beans. They grind them. So we are walking through Ensenada. This is the cruise ship terminal. Behind me is the flag, the bandera, and we just got our bibs for our race tomorrow. All ready to go. From Ensenada, we head to the Valle de Guadalupe, which is inland about 30 minutes. The scenery turns much more rural and tranquil as we head into the Valle. Our first stop is one of Mexico's largest and most exquisite wineries called Monte Xanic. It was founded in 1987, and the word Xanic is a native core Indian word meaning the flower that blooms after the first rain. So these are the baby wine plants. They just finished harvest season back in September and October. Look at how the architecture shimmers in the sun. Monte Xanic is Mexico's first boutique winery, and it's credited for establishing the current status of the Valle de Guadalupe for wine, both in Mexico and abroad. It's situated on an expansive property, and it produces about 60,000 cases of wine per year. After admiring the architecture, let's go inside to learn more about this exquisite winery. First, we're taken inside to the exclusive event space, which has a surprise inside. The logo window opens up to reveal the beautiful valle down below. Open sesame! Wow. Cheers. Now it's time to head into one of the most massive and impressive wine caves. Wow. Wow.
But special need for this barrels, which is the most delicate asset of a winery, I think. Besides the grape, obviously. It's just 1 year. Mm-hmm. But the barrels get infected or dry easily. So you need to have a high humidity and temperature control to preserve the barrels useful as long as possible.
And those were your wines?
Yes, Chardonnay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow, how special.
We're at Monte Xanic. It's a winery in Valle de Guadalupe, Mexico, and we just tried the Nebbiolo, and it was so delicious. Full-bodied and complex, but very drinkable. And then look at this view. We're at the sunset. And the architecture is truly spectacular. It was designed by a gentleman named Garduño from Mexico City, but it's built into the actual rock. Look at that rock.
What's it made of, the facade?
They have rope on the facade to protect the temperature inside the building because we're in a very warm area. It's a very unique place, very unique vibe. We love it. We've been wanting to come here for years and years.
This is the perfect place to host your events or come here with your friends and family. They have this beautiful outdoor space and this beautiful view of the Valle. Cheers, Monteshaniek. Woo! So after spending the day at this beautiful winery, Monteshaniek, it is time for food. What do you think, Mike?
Let's go.
Woo! Let's go. We are going to Corazon de Tierra. What you come here for is the wine and the food. Now we head to a restaurant that's named one of Latin America's top 50 best restaurants in 2017, Corazon de Tierra. The interior has a beautiful altar for Dia de los Muertos to commemorate the restaurateurs and chefs who've passed on. This is literally farm to table. Oh, wow. It's got like a mint flavor. It's so good. It's so refreshing. So this is chlorophyll and kale from the garden right there. This is oysters with lemon. And this is a tuna tostada. How is it? Right before our last course, they lit up the beautiful altar with candles.
Pureed beans with greens from the garden.
Ooh. Now it's time to check into our Airbnb, and if you want our referral discount to Airbnb, check the link in the description below. Okay, so we just checked into Kimbap Monasterio. This is in the middle of the wine country. We have 2 beds here, and we have our own little cabin. Isn't this cute? This place was about $140 US per night, but I got it on Airbnb, and I used my Airbnb referral code to gain points, and I got it for about half off. And you can use my referral code too for $40 off your stay. So this is what we see when we go outside. We see all these beautiful fruit trees. Right here they're growing limes. This is our Airbnb, and this is our view in the morning. And this is our key to the room. So this is more of our bed and breakfast, and this is the breakfast area right here. It's really beautiful. Very tranquil, and there's also a little dog on site here. The next morning, we head to the Ruta del Vino wine run, which is a 5K through the vineyards. This is the wine run. We are at Finca Alto, Sano. 5 kilómetros, Valle de Guadalupe.
Mucha suerte. Arriba Puebla, venga. Eso es Puebla. Vamos, vamos.
Yeah,
We did it.
we did it. This is the after party. How was the race, Mike?
Rockin'.
Show us your medal. The race is held here at Finca Alto Sano. This is one of the best restaurants ever. And they even have a farm here, and we ran through the vineyards. Finca Altozano is an extraordinary local restaurant created by Javier Plasencia. Be sure to check it out on your visit here to the Valle. The food here is creative, freshly prepared, and farm to table. While at Finca Alto Sano, we noticed another Dia de los Muertos altar for Anthony Bourdain, who was credited for helping to put Baja street food on the global map. In fact, he featured the Baja region on his show No Reservations.
Oh, that was good. That was good. That was good, yeah.
And on that note, let's learn how winemaking came to be in this region.
We're at the Museo del Vino in Valle de Guadalupe, and we're starting our visit. So they're talking on this side just in general about the origins of wine. In Spanish, it basically talks about how the Republic of Georgia in the former Soviet Union was the birthplace of wines. And then here we're talking specifically about Baja California's role in wines. So we're talking about the fathers from Spain brought this culture here, and then the Russians who were part of the Moluccan sect, which was like a break-off Orthodox sect, who brought it here to this specific region in Baja California.
So far on this weekend trip, we went to one of the most stunning wineries. We went to Monte Xanic, and we also went to one of the most renowned restaurants in Latin America called Corazon de la Tierra. Here we are just walking through the vineyards. It's absolutely peaceful. It's November here. It's more summery. The sun is out.
We're so happy to be here at this beautiful Museo del Vino, which gives history and context to the place. It's a great marriage of architecture with history, with culture.
So I've been to Valle de Guadalupe 4 times so far, and it never ceases to amaze me. There's always new wineries opening, always new restaurants and things to do and see. Harvest season just happened, so we're starting over. Guys, you can stay in a wine barrel here. How cool is that? Now we head to a funky small boutique winery known for natural wine called Vena Cava.
Estamos en Vena Cava, a la entrada. It's made out of old boats.
Look at this, it's a top of the boat turned over, and then this is all wood from the boat. This is how they created the architecture of Vena Cava. They used these recycled boats, and then they turned them over, hoisted them upside down to create the roof. So now we're inside the boat. This is the tasting room of Vena Cava. Here's the boat. It's turned upside down. Mike is trying the natural wine made here at Vena Cava. This is owned by a family from the US and England.
Will Gregory and his wife, and this is the Blanco Natural, and it's a natural wine with natural fermentation progress, and you can tell because the wine's a little bit cloudy, but it has a delicious kind of tropical fruit aroma. You can smell it.
A little bit like pineapple.
So this wine is served at one of the best restaurants in Mexico. So let me try it. Oh wow, that's nice. Full body flavor. Really coats the mouth.
Sitting at the bar, and we're under the fisherman's net. Chill vibes here. So the idea for the recycled boats used in the architecture, the owner saw that some of the boats in Ensenada were unused, and so he decided to recycle them. And also it was a special meaning to him because he was a sailor in his early years and also sailed around the Caribbean with his wife, who now co-owns the vineyard and the restaurant and the food truck with him. We just got grilled vegetables with pumpkin. After a full weekend of wine tasting and Mexican cuisine, we head back to San Diego. We hope that you enjoyed this video of the Valle. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more travel videos.